Okay, so this is a Bant Calix deck. Calix here, Calix Hand of Destiny, +1. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal an enchantment, put it into your hand. -3, basically turn one of your other enchantments in play into a Banishing Light style effect for a creature or enchantment. We've got 4 of the heavy hitter here, and Elspeth Conquers Death. Otherwise, we're basically just a blue-white control deck at our core with a little bit extra enchantments for Calix. We've also got some Wolfwillow Haven as ramp to get to Conquer's Death and Trawler a little bit ahead of time. Thanks for the quarter of a year, Miss Sabotage. Welcome back. The Isn't Phoenix deck we played this morning in Historic was actually really good. Felt like a very reasonable set. Talrand won us a number of games, so that was fun. Let's go ahead and dive on in with this and see how it goes. Someone mentioned Pegasus. Perhaps a couple of Pegasus in the sideboard could be good. Cards seem to be used to good effect out of the sideboard of, Hey, what's going on, Talrand? Good morning. Sure. Yes, alas, the Gitrog monster will remain in MTG Arena Purgatory until they fix their bug and we can play with him. Looking for more lands here, basically, right? Perfect. Okie doke. So we can play Teferi plus a Temple next turn. I use a custom wineskin to run Arena. I use the Lutris installer. It's an application that wraps installers for a lot of different things. Is this going to be blue-green flash? Did somebody wish blue-green flash upon us? You're bouncing my Wolfwillow Haven, sure. Should I plus this? I'm gonna plus this, actually. If they have second Brazen Borrower, I'm a little sad about plussing it, but if they just cast their own Brazen Borrower next turn, I'm happy. Wow, just straight up no plays. Deal. I guess I didn't. I could have played a tapped land there. Now I'm just going to cash this in to draw a card, because I get to play Dream Trawler next turn. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Should have known, should have known, should have known again. Beauty-doo-doo. They see me trawling. Do-do-do. Be-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I believe we're done here. I believe we're done here. Maybe I was supposed to play that out before I hit them so I could get another trigger to draw to gain an extra life. Seems seems like they're likely the flash deck, which I think means Aether Gust and Dispute are good. The Team of Breach deck was okay. Narset's probably hard to protect. Birth probably isn't a card I need a whole ton of. I guess I probably can't trip too many of it. There's only 24 lands in this deck. Like, we're counting on these to hit land drops a little bit. Erasure is probably a little bit on the expensive side. Let's try this. Sure, needs a green source, but the spells are pretty good. Oh, are they like really old Flash? They're not like Nissa. They're not like Nissa Hydrate Glacius Flash. They're like the old school. Wait, what? Are they like blue green flyers? Okay, so they're not a Flash deck. They're a brew. No, this has Flash too. Wait, why do they keep? They just playing around counter spells? Maybe they're worried about Mystic Dispute? They're used to Tef being in play. It's funny because it's sad. I don't know if we're in their head, but Teferi's definitely in their head. I'm going to bottom the non-green source and keep the Omen because it can let us dig a little deeper. This resolved really quickly. I feel like there's a chance this just... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! You're not an island, Temple of Enlightenment! Oh, no! You were just so blue! You betrayed me! It even looks like an island, chat! It's got water all around it! We made an oopsie, chat. Big old oopsie poopsie. Field Mystic. God bless America, my country. 'Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of the I sing. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Never not a frilled. If I would have played it the previous turn, there wouldn't have been a frilled Mystic. Zalgaltha, thanks for the 29 months. I appreciate the huge support. Welcome back. We have a Nightpack Ambusher here. They have a pause like they have something. Just Brazen Borrower is really good for us. Would like an untapped land so I can Conqueror's Death and hold up Aether Gust. I guess I can Calix and hold up Aether Gust. Oh, they are playing Hydrate Crisis. Interesting. What if I do this and just get the battlefield empty? Giving them Hydrate Crisis to recast doesn't feel great, but I think getting this down with the battlefield clear is a big deal. Actually, forgot to use my Prime last month since I haven't been watching any streams. At any rate, good luck with this deck today. Thanks for the support, Nathan. I'm going to bottom that. We're looking for a way to deal with this after they've recast it. Not they could have a counterspell, Marty, and I don't want to lose my Calix. Perfect.
The stars will light our way.
I think I'm honestly just in for both of those. I feel like we're stabilizing. Why not the other way around, bouncing the enchantment? Because I couldn't Aether Gust the Brazen Borrower, Lizzie. Aether Gust only does... Aether Gust only targets green things.
Receive the gifts of the gods.
Yes, at some point we will draw a Teferi, and Teferi will bounce this Banishing Light, and we'll get to use it on something else. It'll be great. This will give us a wall and a blocker. There's like waiting on a Dream Trawler at this point. Their deck's a weird mix of things. Just like we drew it up. Thanks for the 17 months, Brogsby. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think I'm supposed to do this first. I don't know that I'm just supposed to jam Trawler here. Obviously should have done that in the other order so they didn't know about this card in my hand. Small missequencing. All right. Moving on up the ladder. Gust is so omnipresent, I forgot it had times. Yeah, it's not just 2 mana do a thing. It is just 2 mana do a thing against a lot of the good decks in the format, though. Secrecy is correct and made them scoop fast. That's probably fair. Seeing the other Conquer Sith probably contributed to them packing it up, packing it in. Blue-white control with an awkward hand. You didn't play Trawler before they exploded. Is it bugged now? Did they just explode when it's in your hand? Asking the real questions. So I want to put Wolfwillow Haven on a basic here, so that way they can't Field of Ruin me off it, because this can't destroy basic lands. Halophile, thank you for the 8 months of support. I appreciate the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Now I bet they're blue-white control missing a color at the moment. They're just planning to use this as a slow fetch land. Hey, DayMGG, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. We have not cast Ashiok Erasures. Yep. This will certainly be a matchup where it stays in, though. Last match for playing it something aggressive and decided to board it out. I mean, even slamming Tef there isn't a guarantee. They could have Mystic Dispute. That could have been cast there. It does dodge Veto that turn, though. He says before he gets vetoed. So opponent fumbled a little bit to start, but we just don't have anything going on. We have here what I would refer to as virtual card disadvantage, in that a lot of the cards that we've drawn just aren't good in this matchup.
Stand by and watch. I've got it.
I don't think I'm playing around with their veto here. I'm just gonna go ahead and jam this. Omen of the sea, Omen of the sea. Do 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 do. Shatters might not be fully dead here. Opponent likely has a few Dream Trawlers, and Shatter can get us out of that situation, which is nice. Well, that's awkward. Guess we start here.
I'm known for my excellent timing. That's more like it.
Probably gonna have enough time to leverage Uro this game, huh? I personally am really glad they printed Omen of the Sea while we had Teferi going on, because I do really feel like this card was lacking a solid way to generate extra card advantage. Like, the fact that it could only generate tempo and couldn't, like, divination with its down tick was rough. It was nearly unplayable before, exactly, you get it?
I've got time.
Huh? What if I just Banishing Light their Narset here? It's pretty bad if they... It's pretty bad if they have a Teferi. I think I want to do it anyways. I can just let the Conqueror's Death resolve because they don't have anything in their bin right now, which is great. Yeah, so the auto tapper didn't want to leave blue up there because it didn't view us as being able to cast this, but obviously we can cast this when it gets back to my opponent's turn here. So definitely want to leave blue up so I can Omen of the Sea here. Get a little Sea Ordain going on. Do you take my light or do you take my Teferi? What they take here gives us some valuable info in the context of their hand. Hone your prowess. Banishing Light. This is the part where they find their Teferi and then bounce my Omen to the sea. And get their Banishing Light back. Another Elspeth Conquers Death. Yep. The good news is with these Conquers Deaths is they don't have any planeswalkers in their bin. So like they're only getting 1-for-1s out of them. Which is valuable. Or less valuable for them, I guess I should say.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Yeah, being on the side of the board that does not have Narset here feels real bad. And the good news is I get to pay 3 and sack this in response. So while they still get their Banishing Light back, they don't draw a card with their Teferi, so we've got that going for us. And I get to scry 2. Huh? Well, that's not particularly good. Conquer's Death sounds wonderful. So these are Conquer's Deaths 2 and 3 for them, which is great. I'm going to be really sad if they have a second Narset here. If they have a second Narset, exiling their first was kind of a wasted effort.
I am not making this up as I go.
Didn't know 5 Vanitef was here. Yeah, you know. You know. Wouldn't be surprised to see this get counterspelled. They haven't had a lot of opportunity to counterspell things just yet. So their Conquer's Death pops off the 3rd chapter again here, and for the 3rd time their Conquer's Death gets nothing back. Yeah, Conquer's Death's a very powerful card. All white mid-ranger control decks are going to be playing a large number of them. I'm so happy this card ended up being a role player. There were a couple of people that told me they didn't think this card was good enough when I talked about it earlier in the set. It's just like refreshing to know I've still got it when it comes to card assessments. I'm good at my job, chat. I'm good at my job.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
It's really sad. So if they didn't have their Teferi in play, I could plus this, play Uro, and then shatter in response to Uro's sacrifice trigger to draw an extra card. but they have this in play, so we can't. So as is always the case, this card takes away fun. But it's a line that's worth pointing out because it could definitely come up. I should be play design. I think being on play design would be really fun. However, obviously there's Wizards' feelings towards me, and they probably can't afford me. They definitely can't afford me for what it would cost for me to move to Seattle. Or the greater Seattle area, more specifically. Oh, I tapped off my second blue source, so I can't Uro and Omen if I don't draw a blue here. Yes, correct. The price to get me to change cities is astronomical. Just because, like, in addition to losing this, like, has to uproot the whole family. I like where we live. I like where we live. The cornfields are wonderful, chat. The cost of living is great. Good play here on the opponent's part. They bounce their Banishing Ring, giving me a Teferi back, then they replay their Banishing Ring, getting rid of Teferi. Hey, Stealth Yellow, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I'm quite content with my 3,000 plus square foot home for under $300,000. It's real good living, chat. It's real good living. If you haven't considered living among the cornfields, I would encourage you to consider it. The children of the corn, they're coming. Alright, so let's play Calix here. $825,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1,100 square foot condo in Seattle. Nice. Nice. Alright, and then I'm gonna play this out. And then I'm gonna have Calix exile their Banishing Light and give me my Teferi back. Alright, what are our clocks at? They have 21 minutes, I have 24 minutes. Okay, this could definitely be a game that comes down to clock damage. Or a match that comes down to clock damage. Super, super location dependent, for sure.
I know 88 ways to keep an open mind.
Ooh, that's a good thought. I honestly forgot I had Wolfwillow Havens tucked in here because they're so small. I definitely should have Calix, the Banishing Light under Wolfwillow Haven. And I just like to highlight that comment for the person from Savin there. Like, there's a lot of people that give kind of medium feedback, and I often chastise them for it. That's a great example of good quality feedback. They told me what I should do, but more importantly, they told me why it's the better play. The details about why the play is better is honestly more important than being correct about what's the better play. I don't really care about getting the 100% correct line every time so much as I would just simply like to try and learn while we play here. Just looking for Dream Trawler at this point, right? Maybe I should have escaped Uro. Maybe I should have escaped Uro. It wasn't you that said it, Savin? Whoever said it, sorry. I tried to scroll back and catch it. I ain't got it. Just take the compliment, Savin. Is $1 million expensive for a house in the US? Asking unironically, it is. It's definitely considered expensive. It's relative, but in the United States as a whole, that's fairly expensive. So like I said, my home is fairly large. And it's newish construction. It's like a little less than a decade old. Sure.
Show me my path.
Clothis, show me my path. We did just bottom a Dream Trawler, is something to note. If I do this, I can't hold up Erasure because my mana's awkward. $23 cards in my deck, 21 cards in theirs. Someone should screenshot this with a loyalty counter on it. Anybody want to take a picture? I feel like we're approaching garbage time, but I don't know that we're 100% there yet. Depending on the positions of where my trawlers end up at, we might not be there just yet. Because, like, they have a bunch of 1/1s here. I mean, I get to make a couple of 2/2s if I want, but I don't have that many. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can activate this Wolfwillow Haven and, I can activate Wolfwillow Haven here and still cast Erasure, which is great. I guess I didn't need to shock that in. Whatever, we're at 27. Yeah, I only have 20 cards left in my deck. So depending on how long it takes me to find Trawler, the fact that they have castles could be the difference here. Yeah, Calix finding a counterspell is great. Yeah, if they shatter, I do think I Erasure it. Oh, yeah, that's true. If I would have cast this, I could still hold this up. The way that works is basically only cost 1. Yeah, it's a good catch. Am I supposed to keep Narset here just to deny them extra draws? I feel like I am.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand.
Embrace the prison, right?
I am blessed by Nyx. This might be a bad idea.
Your mighty steed. Thank you for the 24 months of support, Coma Cake. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, 16 cards left in the deck, chat. We might get there. Erasure taking them off of their shatters might drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line here. Maybe. They are at 21. Also, even if we end up losing this game, we're dealing very valuable clock damage. Opponent at 17.5 minutes. I'm at 21 minutes. So, probably going to be talking a little bit less here because I just like to deal a little bit more clock damage if possible. Hey, Alaro, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome to a live one. So I have 4... I think I just shocked this and it pass. I should plus these still. I don't have to take anything with them, but I should plus them. How do I deal so much clock damage? I just play quickly. I click relatively quickly too, but ultimately I just play quickly. That's what it comes down to. Pretty sure I'm taking nothing here. Never mind. Wolfwillow Haven's worth taking because these 2/2s will be valuable. Most things I think I'm just passing on. Alright, they didn't make 1/1s here, which I assume means they plan to shatter me, but I plan to erasure their shatter, so like they know this is face up. Banishing Light. Okay, so they're going to take my Teferi so they can fight over things with counterspells here. Is their plan? I think that's fine. CBC Spartans, thank you for the 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Yeah, because like they know about this erasure, right? So they didn't make tokens end of turn, so they probably plan to resolve this shatter. And then hopefully we can show them that's not going to be a choice for them. They could very well have 2 counterspells here. $13 cards in our deck. Maybe it is better to counter the Banishing Light. Just like leave the counter spells endlessly stranded. They have like a 3rd counter spell here. Maybe here I'm even supposed to... Yeah, I think you're right. I think I messed up. Oh, Calix just cleans it up. Yeah, he definitely does. Well, I was super sloppy here, huh? Yeah, I was super sloppy this game. If we lose this one, I deserve it. Didn't play my Wolfwillow Haven either. Lots of slops. They've only cast 1 shatter, right? Opponent's warning just came up because they're under 15 minutes now. I have 12 cards in my deck, so... I have 1 or 2 more Conqueror's Deaths. The Breach deck was fine. The Wolves probably don't go the distance because the Wolves, what's the word that I'm searching for? The wolves get blocked by their castles. We're going to try, but they have 2 white castles in play here. This is our second match with this deck. We're out of EDCs. All right, so at this point, we are playing purely for clock damage. I do not think we are capable of winning the game anymore. I'm up 4 minutes on clock. My slops with my erasures were bad. Should have exiled their Banishing Light. And then I would have gotten to counter their Shatter and not let them cast another Shatter. Oh, Calix can ult. I don't know if we have enough time for Calix to ult, though. I'm declining taking that because every card left in my deck matters right now. I also don't think I can ult Calix through them making tokens, right?
Don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, I don't actually think I'm capable of winning anymore. I'm just trying to run their clock out. Well, I can play Birth for an extra blocker, sure, yeah. I can also crack and make another wolf. I mean, even if there isn't a planes left in my deck, but even if there was, I wouldn't want to search it up.
I'll protect you. I am blessed by this.
Calix's ultimate draws cards. Oh, it does return all, doesn't it? That's brutal. Oh, it draws 1 card, singular. Yeah, but Uro draws a card too, so it's like, eh.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Have your Banishing Light's back. Hey, thanks for the 6 months, old man. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I guess it is escaping Uro because he can block. Also just need to play quickly again. Pretty confident we're losing this game, but something that's worth noting too if you're playing a Magic Arena extremely competitively is when I noted I could likely no longer win this game, I was up by 4 minutes and I just started playing really quickly. Once I noted I just started playing really quickly, I'm now up by 5 minutes on my clock. So once I realized I could no longer win, I started playing looser in order to just get through the game faster. And by doing that, I'm gaining more where it really matters. Wow. Wow, I cannot believe they just conceded. That, sure? Like, I'm pretty sure we're 0% to win that game. If they just, like, sit there and keep casting. I also think that, like, there's no way they win 2 post-board games in 12 minutes, right? Like, what are the odds they win 2 post-board games in 12 minutes here? It's got to be pretty close to 0, right? Yeah, maybe they didn't realize how close I was to decking. They weren't paying attention to that. That's got to be the reason, right? They just weren't paying attention to how close I was to decking. Yeah, maybe they're gonna pack the match in. They could just be off the match. I'd believe that. Like, that was a slog, and we're likely in for another slog here. But like, they're down 5 minutes on clock. There's no way they're gonna win two games in 12 minutes. What am I cutting here? I feel like I have too many cards for this control matchup in my sideboard. Is Banishing Light not actually good here? This is probably a bit of a liability, huh? Or is it Wolfwillow Haven? The ramp on here is probably not super relevant. And it has to make creatures at sorcery speed. Part of the problem here is like the way I'm boarding, my enchantment percentage is going down a lot. That's fair. Maybe Tamiyo's not good here. Okay. I think it's correct to keep Birthin in this matchup, in this deck, because there's only 24 lands in this deck. So, like, thinking of Birth as, like, 2 land spots, I think is the correct approach. I appreciate Taylor D, who tagged me with a picture of my loyal Uro. Shoutouts to you. Is there a specific software I use for my YouTube videos? So OBS actually lets you record separate video files while simultaneously streaming. So what I do is every time I start a description of a deck, I start recording a local file. And then when we finish a deck, I stop recording. And then mid-stream, I upload those cut-up video files to YouTube. My YouTube is extremely low effort. When I do have to occasionally do a little bit of video editing, because like the other day when like my internet dropped out and I had to splice 2 segments together, I use a video editor called OpenShot. It's an open source tool. But in general, don't have to do that much editing. Video editing is incredibly tedious and time consuming. I think I just hold up Dispute here again. Yeah, I don't format and publish them midstream. So I publish them. One of my post-stream wrap-up things is I format the descriptions and the titles, make sure the ad breaks are in okay spots, etc.
I've got it.
So I get them uploaded midstream, so that way they're all processed. That way when I'm ready at the end of the day, I can just hit publish. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we didn't have a fight over this year. I'm about to get Conqueror's Death, just Banishing Lighted. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's just do this. Didn't watch the final Game of Worlds. My job is like doing Magic stuff like 70 hours a week. I don't watch a ton of content outside of that these days. Weird set. Yeah, I feel like my opponent, like in the control matchups especially, you want to be keeping an eye on their deck size, so it's a very relevant metric. Whoa, look at that. It's an Ikiora card, chat. It's exciting. It's exciting. The historic deck this morning to start was good. They just bailed out. They still had 10 minutes on their clock. And they just probably realized they couldn't win 2 more matches in that time frame. All right, Temple of Plenty. I'm putting a lot of faith in you here. But I believe. We played Talran this morning. Gitrog Monster is still not fixed. Which, I wasn't really expecting it to be fixed as we reported a bug on Friday. So, hopefully it'll be fixed before Friday of this week. We'll see though. Toss a blue source to your streamer, O Temple of Plenty. Do 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 do. Swish, chat, swish. Yeah, in for 4th lane, I think. Nebapolis, thank you for the 3rd of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, chat. For anybody that thought this was gonna be maybe a shorter game, buckle up. Probably the last match with this one. We'll see. First 2 matches took 52 minutes total, so I imagine this one's probably gonna take another hour. What's the bug with the Gitrog Monster? You cannot currently join a best of 3 constructed event with the Gitrog Monster in your deck. You can join best of 1 constructed events with the Gitrog Monster in your deck, but not best of 3. That's fine. Our deck seems like it's pretty okay in this matchup. We got a lot of good tools here.
Let's try this.
It is a heck of a bug. What? No, you're lying to me, Nicker. I'm a selectable option? Am I a real boy? Am I a real Magic streamer? Don't you. Someone give me the link. I need someone to verify it. I need independent verification, chat. So I think we just jam Conqueror's Death here, because with Dream Trawler in our hand, this way if they counter Dream Trawler, it comes back with this. So it sets us up well here. Yo, dog, I heard you like Conqueror's Death. So after you Conqueror's Death my Conqueror's Death, I'm gonna Conqueror's Death your Conqueror's Death. Wait, you took my Narset? Excuse me? All right, so now this is like kind of a decision, right? Do I jam Dream Trawler here, but then their Conqueror's Death is gonna pop off next turn? I almost feel like there's merit to playing Teferi, picking up our own Conqueror's Death, because then they can't counter my thing, right? Yeah, I kind of like do this, bounce my Conqueror's Death here. Because, like, pretty good chance, yeah, I'll have 7 lands next turn. So, like, now I get to do this, and I can Conqueror's Death something else next turn, or, like, play Dream Trawler. And, like, I have Teferi in play now, too, which is a big deal. Yeah, that's fine. These control matchups really have felt to me like Conqueror's Death and Teferi are some of the most important cards in them. And playing around them appropriately is really meaningful.
I've got it.
So this cost increase is going to go away on their next turn, so I'm going to shock this in so I can play Omen of the Sea. Yeah, this Theros gave Blue Eye Control a ton of good tools. Both of these cards were upgrades to what this can do power level wise. Thanks for the 17 months, Warblazer. It is a little strange. I agree. I think I just let Tef die here, and then we hope Omen finds us a Shatter for later. The question is, I think I jammed this in response because I want to try and find a Shatter. Because they can't counterspell this right now. Perfect. Do I want the land too? Castle's like pretty good, huh? I think I actually keep both of those. Wolf Biter, thank you for the 7 months. Feel the burn indeed. There is not. Many of us were hoping for a ban and restricted update today. Remember, they banned scheduled ban list updates. So, every week is ban week potentially, if you believe it in your heart of hearts. Oh, that's exciting, Necker. Can someone give me a link? Did Marty give me a link? Is this a survey? Everybody should take 15 minutes to go fill out the survey. And make sure you tag your favorite streamer as well as myself. There's a survey command. Go give Wizards some data. It's probably a long survey. If it's like the typical Wizard of the Coast surveys, it's not going to be short. Usually they're 10 plus minutes if you're actually filling it out. So do I want to Shatter on their turn? I kind of feel like I want to plus Teferi and then Shatter on their turn, huh? Is that crazy? If I Shatter now, we both draw cards. I feel like my hand is really stacked. Oh, I could bounce my Trawler and then Shatter. That's the line. Look at that. Look at that competitive Twitch chat advantage. Look at that competitive Twitch chat advantage. That Hogland, he's never made a good play in his life. It's just Twitch chat propping him up. Favorite format not having... Wait, does it have a historic option? I assume I know the answer, but I need to ask the question. It doesn't have a historic option either, right? Seriously? It has a historic option, but it doesn't have a pioneer option? I don't understand. I don't understand. Send help. Somebody please. Alright, so I have 10 mana total here. I think we're definitely leading on Conquer's Death. The question is, what do I want my next play to be? I think it's Conquer's Death, your Conquer's Death, and then play Calix.
Those who follow their destiny have nothing to fear from me. The
mind.
If you enter Pioneer in the other box, it recognizes it and gives you the proper time frame for the format on the next page. Seriously? That's funny. Listen, chat. I finally got my own bubble to check on the content creator page, so obviously the survey is perfect and you should not criticize any part of it. Please and thank you.
Longer. Stand by and watch. Trust me, I have a plan.
Hey, Draylab, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. Thanks for keeping me around this month with that. All right, so Calix plus Wolfwillow Haven.
I am blessed by nature.
I think we just Trawler here. I think I can't hold up a counterspell anyways because Time Raveler's in play. Do I want a Banishing Light here? Banishing Light seems super awkward. I think I don't. I think I'm just going to hold on to it. Of course, Stray. We aim to please. Watsy tried to kill Pioneer. Confirm something. Everybody strap your tinfoil hats on. So I don't really want to tuck Narset under Banishing Light because if we tuck her under Banishing Light and they get rid of this, she comes back with 5 counters, which is like really bad expected value for us. I mean, to be fair, Alpha Investments is a huge channel. Like, if you look at the number of YouTube subs he has, it's like off the charts. Don't need either of those. Another Erasure. Okay, so do I take Teferi here and then just Conquer's Death there, Teferi? Probably not. It's probably just Dream Trawler to kill them.
Clothis, show me my path.
I think I just Conquer's Death again here, and I think if this resolves, I actually get rid of their Teferi, so I can hold up my Erasures. Wow, baited. Good play on the opponent's part here. Just had another, well, I guess I'm confused as to why they had, I guess, why did they shatter on their turn if they were just going to shatter again? I guess I could get back Teferi's the answer. Yeah, they were in an awkward spot regardless. All right, so we're going to board like we boarded last time. I'm going to cut 2 Births. I'm going to cut 1 Shatter. I'm going to cut the Banishing Lights, I think, just because they're awkward. That's what I want to do. Now, maybe I don't want Uro, and I want to leave a couple of Banishing Lights in. Honestly, Conquer's Death is just so good. Having Calix to find more copies of it is great. Huh? Apparently our opponent is excited. I feel like if you're playing... Sorry about the short pause. I feel like if you're playing blue-white control and you're not, like, set up to play a bunch of mirrors... Easy mulligan here. Oh, they're gonna play a basic mountain and run us over, aren't they? Fist pump. Fist pump, chat. Not a basic mountain. All right, settle in.
I have just the trick for this.
Well, to be fair, Pterodactyl, they frequently list people that they don't really like alpha investments too. It just means I must have crossed whatever threshold, or getting to that point. So, like, they've listed people who are bigger than me that they don't care for in the past too. You know, normally I ask people to fill out those surveys and list me as other. So maybe enough people has put me as other over the years that they wanted a radio button. So this is the awkward part about banishing lighting their stuff here like this, is I feel like this card might just be too awkward in these mirrors.
Wind and wave.
Yeah, I mean, TCC and Nox are both much larger than I am too. Nox coming from non-magic games puts you like head and shoulders above a lot of magic folks. Oh, they didn't downtick this. Super punish for my sequencing here. Maybe I should have just jammed Banishing Light. They could have also had a Veto, though, too.
Meditate and prepare.
Here goes nothing.
Another dispute. Gross. Yeah, I feel very behind, too. You've drawn a lot of bad cards, and they have their Prison Planeswalkers in play already. Matt, if you're watching, you're so rude. You're so rude, Matthew. All right, I'm gonna concede. Let's go to the next game. There's been too many slogs. I would like to win one or two more to try and lock up a top 1200 for the season. But it's just, I don't know. It's just too much of a slog, chat. It's wearing me down. Let's try Tamiyo. I've been unimpressed with Banishing Light. Let's try a pair of Tamiyos. See if her risking decking us is rough. That's like one of the few non-land, non-cantrip. I guess this is technically a cantrip, huh? That's close. Tamiyo. Tamiyo seems okay in this matchup, even though she risks decking us, just because Tamiyo can be like a down tick, up tick once, down tick again, and like having more Conqueror's Death in this mirror seems important.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. Here we go.
Just finished the survey. Is it still 2020? What year is it? I've been gone for so long. Thanks, Captain Command. It's been good to have you here. All right, what do I name when we plus Tamiyo here? Like, I already have 2 Conqueror's Death and a Dream Trawler in my hand. All right, do I just pass with Erasure up now? I think I just passed with Erasure up now, right? Since we drew this. Gosh, I would really like for them to, like, even this card seems potentially a little sketch in this matchup. Yeah, so the problem is this card has some awkwardness for the same reason that Banishing Light does, in that they have both Teferi Time Raveler and Conqueror's Death that takes it off the table. Hey, Beast of Burden. Well, thanks for the continued support. I appreciate you keeping me around. Welcome back. That's true. That's true. They don't get to. They have to recast it, so you don't lose quite. They don't get quite as much tempo. This is fine. I'm just gonna jam Conqueror's Death here. Goodbye, Felicia. I'll plus this. And then next turn, honestly, if our Conqueror's Death sticks around, we'll probably just Teferi down tick, pick it back up. Yo, dog, I heard you like to Conqueror's Death. So we got some Conqueror's Death with your Conqueror's Death. Do I just pick this back up right away? Survey asks if Magic is on the way down after they include Jeff as a streamer. Oh. I think I just picked this up right away. I could be greedy and like try and get value here and like get the +2 cost on their next turn. But, like, being more likely to get another removal spell seems good.
I'm known for my excellent timing. Here we go.
Yeah, there's definitely some value to protecting it now. Agree. Admiral Ozbot, thank you for the 28 months of support. It's a long time. Thanks for keeping me around. Speaking of admirals, that's Admiral. Afternoon.
Protect you.
Or morning. You're on the left coast, I believe.
Those who connect with thoughtfulness before action.
Fun fact, they asked if magic's on the way down, holding steady or on the way up. However, unlike every other question, they did not include an other write-in section for that one. Interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be the last match with this deck. We've been going for an hour 15 already, and it'll probably be hour and a half, hour 45 by the time we're done. I think I just play Trawler for now, because Trawler lets me discard a Planeswalker at their end step to get back with Conqueror's Death here, which is nice. Yeah, the Erasures have not been easy to keep up. Agree. Four mana's a lot of mana.
Keep an open mind.
Have we made it? Asking the real questions. Okay, so they're gonna Conqueror's Death, my Conqueror's Death, because why not? Oh, there's Conqueror's Deathing my Teferi. Sure.
Let us have a storied battle worth retelling. I have learned much from my ancestors.
Get it. Got it good. Get to kill their Narset here. Yeah, the fact that Pioneer's not on the listed formats too could just be that, like, Pioneer is still very new in terms of corporate America timelines. So, like, that could just be an oversight. I wouldn't read too much into that personally. You saw Pioneer on all the lists. Pioneer was listed. Weird. A few people said it wasn't. I wonder if they changed it midway. Can you give Trawler hexproof if it's already tapped? You can. Yeah, a few people earlier said Pioneer wasn't listed. There were multiple people that did. I wonder if they updated it. Was definitely not listed 15 minutes ago. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they could update it, right? All right, so I'll do this. They'll dispute my dispute. I thought the shop listed when the offers were going to end. Does it not? I thought they did that. Game Arcane, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Huh? So what's the line here? Is it just like second Conqueror's Death, target Narset? I could plus for Shatter because I have my Conqueror's Death ready to pop off. I think I plus for Shatter.
I think you will find my
Well, I can't start by attacking Narset because Narset will deny my ability to draw a card, which means they'll just get to bounce here. So that's not ideal. It's not listed under preferred formats, but it's listed under favorite formats. Weird. Chat can just confirm, if you check Jeff and put in your DCI number, the shuffler will always be against you. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, now I'm gonna, since I drew this, I'm gonna shatter. No, I put in my DCI number. Yeah, we get to draw another card. So, like, next turn, this is going to get to pick back up Dream Trawler. And then Tamiyo gets to pick back up Conqueror's Death. Well, that's rude. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana in play. So let's lead on Conqueror's Death here. They'll veto us. And then I'm going to downtick Tamiyo, pick up Conqueror's Death, and Conqueror's Death them again. No, I can't Erasure Veto because I'm currently playing Hearthstone, chat.
The past is never forgotten.
For people that are wanting me to respond, you need to remember what game we were playing. How many times does Elspeth have to conquer death? It seems like she should be alive by now. I know, right? Opponent said enough. Tamiyo seemed real good there. Was very happy with her. Banishing Light still seems mediocre. Oh, right. There's still a third game. Man, I was excited. I thought we won the match. Now I have to click... Alright, in it to win it. How are the clocks doing? Pretty fine. They're at 21, I'm at 23. I conceded the first game very early because we were behind and I'm just like tired of slogging. I think I just passed. Oh, you know what? This is wrong. I should have shocked in this land because my health total doesn't matter. So this way, if they don't give me something to dispute, I can Omen. So this is actually a pretty big mistake on my part. All right, didn't get punished. This is a no justice stream, but it is worth noting that was a sequencing mistake. All right, I think we play Birth because it guarantees land drop here now. I was in another stream and Crunchy made the streamer play a bad deck, so it's not just you. I know. I poked into Davis's stream on occasion too, and Crunchy sent donations there as well. Maybe I'm just supposed to pass with Erasure up here. Although this isn't a Dream Trawler turn, so maybe it's not important yet. It is Watery Grave. All those times we ask people to fill another, maybe paying off. I think I want both of these, right? Oh, you know what? I could have birthed, played the Plains, played the Teferi, and still held up Dispute here. And now I can't do that because it gets Plains. So if I would have led on this off of this, I could have gotten the Plains and played it, and then played Teferi and held up Breeding Pool. So my sequencing on my spells there was pretty suboptimal. Really like to draw a land this turn. Veto, eh? I just made an Excel spreadsheet of my MCAM purchases over the last 6 months to fill in the survey. I should not have done that. The truth will set you free. Oblivion's End Gaming, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think I'm again in for both of these. I don't need the Conqueror's Death right now. I want the land drop. I guess the non-blue land drop is a scotch awkward. We're Aether Gusting my Tamiyo. Sure. Are we dead? I only have 2 shatters in my deck.
You would make an excellent informant to the library.
There goes one of my shatters. Yeah, maybe fighting over the Tamiyo last turn was wrong, just because it put my defenses down so I couldn't dispute the Trawler.
Mission is noted.
Trawler was definitely one of their ways to be in this game, and I kind of gave them the out to get to it. Yeah, we could find our own Trawler. The problem is we have to resolve it at this point. So feeling pretty far behind, all things considered.
Let me aid your research.
So I did that because this isn't super useful, all this is in play anyways. And this way I can stick Conqueror's Death, which will get me back Tamiyo in 2 turns, which will get me back Shatter. Hey, Morzia, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I mean, obviously, I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do because I didn't do it, Saven. So, like, the answer to your question is no, I don't think I was supposed to do that. That's why I didn't do it. How's the day been so far? Kind of a slog. Playing pseudo blue-eye control mirrors is rough. I definitely messed this one up. Yeah, we've played three blue-white decks in a row. Yeah, I agree. With blue-white winning worlds, it's pretty likely to be a lot of the matches that we're gonna play today. We joined Party Bus with the Ashes, and we have. You can find it up on my YouTube channel and my website. Yeah, Erasure stopping. Stopping can't be countered cards is a nice upside. Vomit. Have to like draw our second Shatter naturally next turn. Definitely messed that game up a little bit. I don't know. I feel like this build just doesn't seem very good. I'm not sure. Like, so let's talk about what is good. First, the thing that seems most important in the blue-white mirror is having lots of Conqueror's Deaths and Dream Trawlers, and Calix does kind of give us more virtual access to Conqueror's Death. That being said, Narsets also give us virtual access to Conqueror's Death while being a powerful hate card, so I feel like that's kind of just better. Having Absorb instead of this more expensive spell that's susceptible to their Teferis and Banishing Light seems better. Banishing Light, because people are playing Conqueror's Death and Teferi, wasn't very good, so... FedExero, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Overall, I felt like this was kind of just a worse version of blue-white control. I didn't feel like the choices that we made us meaningfully better, while they also gave us some really glaring weaknesses. Having a 3-color mana base also meant that we weren't able to play a bunch of castles, so we played blue-white control and we had 3 white castles in it, which give you an alternate win condition. Castle is very good against us because we didn't have our own to keep up with it, so I think overall, the good things about this deck were the same good things that stock blue-white control is doing. And it also opened itself up to some weaknesses that blue-white doesn't by trying to, like, have this enchantment sub-theme going on and play green cards. All right, at any rate, we're going to hit a quick ad roll and take a break while I get set up for the next deck. When I get back, we are going to play some mono blue devotion here, which we now have a borderless Thassa for, so that's exciting. Should we borderless the Oracle too? We should totally borderless the Oracle. Take my money. All right, back in a few. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.